Hey guys, I am Katie from Midsa Creek Farm. Welcome back to our channel. I mentioned in previous videos that we got bees this year. Now there's a really unique, interesting story behind these bees, and so I thought I would share with you how we are doing this. I've said many times before, we can't take on one more thing, and then all of a sudden we got bees. So what's the story behind that? Well, I'm going to tell you. We have wanted to get bees. Owen has wanted to get into beekeeping for quite a while, but that is a big learning curve and it requires a lot of knowledge that we don't have. We also don't really have the time to take on something like this. Once you get used to it and you understand what you're doing, it doesn't require a lot of time, but to go through the classes and to find a mentor and to learn all of the stuff, that does take a lot of time. And to get to the point where you're successfully having beehives and getting honey from them is kind of a lot of work, a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, and we just are at a point where that is not something that we realistically cannot take on. So last year, Beck and I were driving by a place that has just a little, like probably 6 or 8 beehives out, and we just happened to see the beekeepers there. And they were loading up their hives to bring them in to extract the honey, check the hives, because it was getting to be really cold, and so they were loading them all up. And so we stopped and we waited for them to finish and we talked to them. And it is a honey company, and what they do is they have yards, places where people want bees like us. We want them to pollinate our pumpkins, and they will take places like that, and they will, in exchange for using your land, give you some honey, sell you honey at discount if you want more than that, and they will come and bring the bees, and they will keep them at your place. They'll come out and check on them, do all that kind of stuff. So we said, oh, that sounds perfect. So he said, I will swing by your place tomorrow and check it out if that's okay with you. So it was. He came out, he said this would be perfect. At that point, all of our pumpkins were gone, so he couldn't kind of see where we were having pumpkins and all that kind of stuff. So this spring he came out one more time and got this area ready. He was thrilled with the amount of pumpkins we had, the amount of knapweed that's here. You can see all the purple knapweed back there. They got this whole area ready, and then that night they came out and brought a yard of bees. The really neat thing about these guys is that they travel around the country pollinating farmers' crops. These guys, after they are done here, they will travel to, I believe, Texas and pollinate citrus trees maybe. I don't remember what he said, but they travel to Texas after they are done here. And then after that, they travel to California and they pollinate the almond trees. Once the almond blossom is done and almond pollinating is done, then they go to southern and central Wisconsin and they pollinate the cranberry marshes. And then from there, they come up here and they pollinate now our pumpkins. And these guys are awesome. We have had so many pumpkins, more than what we normally would. In the past, I've always gone out and I've also hand pollinated, and I have not needed to worry about this at all. So now that we know that this is successful and this is they're working out really well, we actually are able to figure out some pumpkin varieties that will line up more with these guys as far as pollination goes, knowing that they will come around the 4th of July. And if we have blossoms, female blossoms starting 4th of July, these guys will be here to pollinate. Not only that, but we will be able to keep part of the honey, and we will be able to sell our own honey. So after they come and they pick them up, they will let us know, and we will be able to go down to where they extract all the honey, and we'll be able to get some. So that is really cool. I will hope to try to bring you guys along to see that process. But for us, this is a win-win. We've been able to get honeybees, we've been able to add a new product to our farm, but yet we don't have to do all the crazy work. Now, yes, I'm gonna watch them. I'm gonna keep an eye on them, make sure that they're safe, gonna make sure that we don't use any insecticides or anything like that, and try to keep these guys as safe as possible. And I will continue, I'm not gonna pull out dead plants until these guys are gone, because I know that my pumpkins will continue to blossom, even some of them after the frost. So once these guys are gone, then I will get the pumpkin patches cleaned up. But this has been a huge win for us and such a blessing for us. So I just wanted to give you guys a little update on our new bees. That's it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.